Hello, I'm Dan Cantor, National Director of Working Families, and it's that time of year when people look back and look ahead, and I hope you'll stay with me for just a few minutes. On the biggest issues of our time, though, inequality, climate change, foreclosures, mass incarceration, student debt, you name it, if you're looking to Washington for real answers, you're going to be looking an awfully long time. But that is not at all the case at the state and city level. If you look below the surface of national politics, good things are in fact happening. There is real hope and real change, and for us 2013 was a great year. Take student debt. On the very same day that Congress allowed the student debt interest rates on Stafford loans to double, Oregon passed the nation's most innovative student debt pilot program. It's just a first step, but it sparked an important debate in about a dozen states on the cost of college. Election wins across the country are always fun to talk about. None is as much fun as here in New York City, where we really have something to write home about, which I would do if I didn't already live here. But in any case, New York's victories are relevant and important to the whole country, because we're now in a situation where instead of having a debate between Democrats and Republicans in politics here, we're going to have a debate between regular Democrats and working families Democrats, between Democrats and progressives, so to speak. And that's a very, very big deal. This election was bigger than Bill de Blasio's mayoral win, as terrific as that was. This was a progressive sweep. Letitia James, a decade ago, was the first WFP member on the city council. She's now the first ever African-American woman elected citywide in New York. She will be joined by a dozen new WFP Democrats, WFP progressives on the council. How this happened? About 7 years ago, we tried something new. We said instead of looking at the candidates and figuring out who we liked the most or hated the least, we looked for community leaders who really shared our values and who we thought might bring all sorts of new energy into public life. We wanted to recruit them, train them, give them the tools they needed to be successful and win. And it worked. The women and men we elected in 2009 went on to form the Progressive Caucus, and it was that caucus in turn that produced the two biggest victories of 2013. 1 million workers now have paid sick days, and an end to the racial profiling of stop and frisk. Now, in 2014, with another dozen new WFP progressives on the city council, the Progressive Caucus could end up as the dominant bloc there. And that's power. And there's every reason to believe that these new elected officials will stay committed to the issues they ran on. Best of all, this kind of work works everywhere. In Bridgeport, Connecticut, a slate of candidates backed by the Connecticut Working Families Party and our allies swept to power on the school board there. It didn't make national news, but it will improve the lives of students and educators in Bridgeport. Of course, in 2014, there are state legislative and congressional races everywhere. Very important stuff, obviously. But we will also be laying the foundation for the future. We're going to be digging deep, finding community activists and shop stewards and PTA presidents and family farmers and small businessmen and civil rights leaders and college professors to run for local office. And we'll show them how to win from the bottom up. I would not be surprised if you find them running for Congress in a few years' time. And that is how we will really change this country. So, if you agree this is a vision worth believing in, and how could you think otherwise, I'm asking you to chip in what you can to help. $5, $20, $100. If you can do more, so much the better. We never, ever waste a penny. That's all. From all of us at Working Families Party, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your ongoing solidarity. We really do think we're in this together, and it is only your support that allows this movement to grow. So here's to a new year of peace and of prosperity, with, we hope, a little bit more attention to the 99%. Thank you very much. Hey, we forgot the thing about the Koch brothers and how we helped stop them from buying the Tribune papers. Yeah, we should have kept that in.